So sometimes we have to deal with this topic of somebody leaving us and going into a different dimension, which means we call it dying in this planet. And I am confronted with this topic for already very, very long. And I had a very hard relationship with this. I really thought it's very tough and it has no mercy, and the death is really cruel and painful, and so on and so on. But we know very little about death and dying because we don't understand. We didn't design us. We didn't design it. And we might think that, okay, a person has a lot of pain and so on, but I also used to have a lot of pains since I was a child. I experienced pain every single day. When I was growing up, every single night I was having really big pains in my stomach, preferably. And I also experienced pulling out nerves from my tooth without any anesthesia and so on. And I realized, for example, after pulling out the nerves from my tooth, it was very shocking for the body. But there is chemicals created inside of the body to sedate the body and to create its own pharmacy. And if we are ending somebody, we think that we are ending the suffering and so on. Maybe there could be that we are not in a flow with life, we could just, I'm really grateful that every person has this opportunity to not be, when somebody says, oh, okay, let's end this person's life and let's end this person's life and so on. And I don't think it's right. I think it's very loving to give them the chance of being here. And it's just, it can change tomorrow, it can change in 5 minutes. I know this topic is very sensitive, but as I perceive it right now, because I am confronted with this a lot, is that we are here to experience love. And the more we are here, the longer we are here, because I have her, I have my Luna, which could have some pain. She could be still receiving love from me. If there is no remedy, or if there is nothing else, there is still love. You don't have to be stressed or feeling guilty. If you feel about putting asleep your animal or anything, just send their love, right?
And I think also towards the end of the life,
Yeah.
we start to surrender more and more to death.
He worked in elderly home, so he knows how it works, and he really loved it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel that it's a process, it's not induced, because in Switzerland you can you can choose to have assisted suicide, it's called. And a bit lost. Well, towards the end of the life, I feel the more a person surrenders to death and knows, okay, it's coming, it's inevitable, the more their heart can open. They can let go of programs and blockages which they were holding all their life, that they were, for example, not talking to a family member for decades, and towards the end of the life they might realize
you can talk about your experience.
All that is love.
You can say your personal experience, that if you want to share that. But
yeah, so my grandfather was doing assisted suicide when he was getting cancer, and he was like 84, and he was getting worse and worse. And he and my grandmother, they were both signed up for this assisted suicide. Like, you have to become a member and pay some fee before you can then later also use this service. and he decided to make use of this service, and he was, for example, for probably 50 years,
Yeah, so long.
he was refusing to talk to his son. For him, he was dead because they were having some argument about business, about money, and they never talked to each other. And my mother got him to shake each other's hand and look at each other and just kind of let this behind. And he was finally, towards like the last week, he was willing to do that and took a photo of it, and it was very nice. And they were just, we didn't talk forever, just talking a little bit, yeah, how is it going at the company? And
Just connection. The
Yeah.
words are not that important.
and that was not possible before that.
Mm.
You had to move him towards death, and that's why I think that people can open up a bit more, because we get so rigid over the years, so stuck in our programs, and we just think that's us and that's reality, and money and so on is so important, material things, and towards the end of the life you realize, hey, it's actually not about that, it's just about love. And I find it very beautiful what Petra said today, that our dog Luna, for example, she's not still here because she wants to suffer, she's here to experience more and more love.
And also me, you know, when you are helpless, when you are absolutely desperate for help and you don't know how to relieve the pain, or you don't know how to help to that person or to the being, like animal, to be better, you can just touch the animal or have it in your heart, and you just can send their love, and the animal feels it. She feels it all the time. She even like tries to open her chest when I do that. They totally, if you switch that into love, you might be contributing in such a beautiful process. And if you hold it in love and not in this crazy stress and still guilt, you have no idea how many nights, it's been 5 years since she started to have problems, and I was just still thinking, how can I help it, how can I improve, what can I do better? And you know, it's still running into the mind, in the mind, and the mind wants to figure it out, and it has to sink into the heart, and it always works. And no matter who it is, you just touch that person with so much love, and just open your heart and let the divine energy and the love energy flow through you into the heart or into the body of that being, and miracles could happen with that.
That's what we're here for in this life.
I think I first felt it when, I don't know if I could talk about it, when my grandma was so we were in a hospital, right? And we can cut it maybe.
Sure.
And she was such a funny person, but I touched her in a hospital, and I thought she doesn't feel anything, you know, because, you know, I was like younger and I didn't understand these things, but I just held her on her hand, and she was not conscious or something, but
And you felt the love towards her in that moment.
I think back in the days I was scared of all the machines and so on, but the connection with her, to just touch her, it was strong, you know. Yeah. Because we didn't know that it's gonna happen, that she's gonna transition and so on, but it looked like it, of course, but you don't want to believe in it.
Yeah, right.
So
You never go there to say, give last goodbye.
yeah. It's just beautiful to be in love as much as you could, and enjoy the love, you know. We go outside with Luna, and she wants to just stand and look into the nature, and I'm like, why don't we do this more, you know? You just stand and look into the trees and grass and nature. This is why we are here for. Look into the love, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your heart is how is your heart reacting on?
It's feeling very open and seeing a bit more of the truth.
When I told you about the love, you felt also a bit more safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or soothed.
Mm-hmm.
Because before you get very stressed about.
Yeah, I was telling
happen.
you yesterday, right, that it's just also really tough for me to see her having a hard time with different things. Yeah, and if I know that she's here to experience more love, I got plenty of that for her.
Yeah, and that's what we have to give each other, and then we have no regrets. You know, you just have no regrets, even though you don't have money for the bestest treatment in the whole planet. You just still have so unconditional love, and you still have like unlimited amount of that one. So I hope this video calmed you, maybe soothed your heart. Soothed, whatever. Just made your heart a bit more like relaxed and just relaxed. So hopefully that it's gonna be, I'm really happy to share this with you, because it's I think this is so it's so helping for me.
For me too.
Yeah.
That's why I said we have to make video for this.
Yes. I didn't even wash my hair before with the video, because that's why I have the hat. I never wear the hat like this, but now I do. Yeah.
It's great that we have this opportunity to share these things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we have this opportunity, and I'm grateful for that too. Yeah.
See you next time.
See you next time.